You also have these two little lines that run from, well, before I forget, there's an R1 at both ends because with sharps and flats there's 12 notes to a scale, and then it repeats. So we've got an R1 at the beginning and R1 at the end. That's just for reference. So now if you look, there's an arrow pointing from the R1 over here, and there's an arrow pointing from the 4 over here. And they point to a lowercase light green m, and that stands for minor. So these are the two minor chords you may also encounter in a 1-4-5 song. Again, there's exceptions, there's other chords, but this is your basics. This is what I want you to get used to playing ukulele. So we see then that we have C as the root, F and G as the 4 and 5. The minor relative chord of the F is a D minor because it's a D in the spot and then it says minor above it. And the relative off of the root or first is an A minor. So when you're playing the key of C and you have this C chord, you may also encounter this A minor chord. If you are playing in F, or you're playing an F chord, excuse me, in the key of C, you may also encounter this D minor chord. So let's just play randomly those chords so you get a feel for it. So here's C. I'm going to go to the relative minor chord from the chart, follow the little arrow, shows you you're going to go to an A minor chord. Let's go to an F. Now let's go to a G. Back to an F. Now let's go to the relative minor of the F, which is a D minor. Back to a G. Back to a C. Okay, so it sounded like a song, right? It wasn't any kind of song. That was not a song. Those chords probably do match many songs, but I was just playing, and I was just playing those 5 chords. The 5 chords that are given to you when you decide that you're going to play in the key of C. So, once again, take the key that you want to play in, put it in the first position, look at the 4 and 5, look at the 2 relative minors. You've got the building blocks for a song. Now, let's take the other tack here. What if somebody says, let's play Oh Susanna, and you say, what key are we playing in? And they say, I don't know. What do you do? Well, first of all, you ask them to show you the chords or tell you the chords that you're going to play in the song. If they haven't given you a chord chart and you're just strumming along, ask them, show you what the chords are, and they will most likely show you C, G, F. These are the chords we're going to be playing. Okay, and let's say you don't have any clue as to what that means. Well, what I suggest is then you take the gizmo and you take those 3 chords that they gave you and you experiment. First of all, okay, let's put the F in the 1 position. And you look at the 4 and the 5 and you see that they're B flat and C. Well, B flat doesn't exactly fit, so I don't think the key is going to be in that. So let's slide the G. Remember they said we're going to be playing in C, F, and G are the chords. So you would slide the G to the 1, and you would look at the 4 and 5, and you'll see they're F, but it's D also. And you're looking for one that's a combination of C, F, and G. So the other one that's left is the C. So if you put the C in that position, then you have the F and the G showing, and you go, ah, we must be playing in the key of C. So again, this is not a chord chart or music that you just look at and play. This is to teach you consciously and subconsciously to start understanding the relationship between chords and what you can expect. And I bet you, if you play a song in the key of C, and you notice that it has F and G in it, and that the relative minors from lesson 1 are A minor and D minor, and you see that over and over again, pretty soon when somebody says, let's play this song in the key of C, you're going to know what chords are coming. They may throw a couple of extra loops at you. That's where you want your little chord chart on the side with the Sharpie marker that you can mark those other chords on. I teach in a completely different way. I don't want to just have my students strum and blindly follow something on a piece of paper, and then when you put that paper away, you don't know what to do. The whole concept of this is to ingrain in you some concept, some theory. You don't have to think too much about it. It'll come naturally. And actually, the physical sliding of this, getting it into the right position, and then looking, actually on a subconscious level adds to your comprehension and makes it a lot better. So once again, $6 delivered, the best $6 you'll ever spend on a ukulele lesson. It's cheaper than a hamburger, and it doesn't make your case smell like onions. In the next lesson, we'll tackle the purple part. This is more of an ongoing lesson for after you've been playing a little while. Doesn't hurt to run through it if you're a beginner, but it's a little more concept involved, a little more complicated stuff. So check back when you're ready with lesson 3 of Ukulele Tutor Theory Chord Gizmo from playuke.net. At any time, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. My email is playuke@playuke.net. Okay, and also, by the way, a little shameless plug. There's a great family of ukuleles called the Fluke and the Flea, which are sort of made like an ovation guitar. They have a plastic back, and they're great little instruments. And for the longest time, I suggested those as first playing instruments for a new student, because really a good playing and sounding ukulele makes all the difference in your inspiration and desire to keep learning and practicing. I no longer recommend those, even though they're still great, because now for half the price, the Kala company has come out with this instrument, which is called their Travel Tenor, and it's amazingly good sounding. It plays like butter, and it's cheap. At Playuke, we sell them. We sell this. We sell the embroidered case, a tuner, the digital tuners that click on there, and a gizmo, and free freight for $149. So if you're looking for a good ukulele to play and learn on, I highly recommend the Kala. They also make a soprano version of it if you want a soprano, and that's even cheaper. It's like $129 or anything. So you can go to the Uke Outlet link on playuke.net for more information. But hey, the package is amazing. Nice case, digital tuner that's like $25, $6 gizmo, free shipping, and a great ukulele for $149. So shameless plug there. We will see you in the next gizmo lesson coming right up.